Here we are going to start the new session of chapter 15, waves. Now let us understand displacement in a progressive wave. Here now we are defining displacement in a mathematical form of a wave traveling. So for that we require two dimension x and y, that here we are defining in terms of position and time, as we are defining a waves, that is the motion of the particles, that will define a position along with the time. So here the shape of the wave, which is defined by the displacement at any instant of time. At every location, it would describe the motion of that constituent of the medium at that particular location at that instant of time. So here the wave to be transverse, so that if the position of the constituents of the medium, which is denoted by x, then the displacement from the equilibrium position, which is denoted by y. So here we are taking its position in x direction and its time in y direction. So the sinusoidal wave in both the Cartesian system, it's supposed to be defined as x and y coordinate. Here the wave traveling defined as y component. So y of x comma t, which defines x and y coordinates. Here the sinusoidal wave, the sine wave we are defining. So a sine kx minus omega t plus phi. Here a defines its magnitude, phi defines its phase difference. Here this represents a sinusoidal wave traveling along in positive x direction. This phi, that is in the sine function, gives the linear combination of sine and cosine function, that gives you the phase difference. So this y of x of t defined in terms of sine and cos function in this way: a sine kx minus omega t plus b cos kx minus omega t. Here magnitude of this defined as a small a, which will be under root of a square plus b square, and phi gives you the phase difference between these two waves, which defined as a tan inverse b by a. As the time gets increases, x component, the displacement, the motion is also gets increases in positive x direction to keep kx minus omega t plus phi constant. And here, if we want the traveling of wave along a negative x direction, then this equation can be rewrite in form of y x of t, x by x comma t equal to a sine kx plus omega t plus phi. Here y x comma t will give the displacement, which is a function of position and time. A, that gives you the amplitude of a wave. Omega will give you the angular frequency of the wave. K, that will give you the angular wave number. And kx minus omega t plus phi, that will give you the initial phase angle by taking t equal to 0, a is positive and x is 0. So here, now let us see the harmonic wave progression along the positive x direction. So here small a in first wave is defined as its amplitude. The wave is traveling in x direction, right? So here we are representing its initial component with the dot. So here initially the dot is available above the x-axis while it is traveling further. So the dot is moving it below the x-axis, and then after this wave is propagating further, likewise the dot is shifting at above the x-axis and below the x-axis, which will give you the motion of that particular dot along the y direction. The dot is moving in y direction continuously and the wave is propagating towards the positive x direction. Now let us understand amplitude and phase component. Here we have taken as in reference sine function, which is varying between maximum values +1 to -1. And here, which is multiplied with the A, so its total displacement is varying along with its magnitude A, so that variation available from A to -A. This A is a positive constant which represents its a maximum displacement of the constituent of the medium from its mean position, equilibrium position. So here the displacement y, that can be positive or negative, but A amplitude is always positive, which is called the amplitude or magnitude of the wave. And kx minus omega t plus phi, which gives you the phase of the sine function, phase of the wave. Here the phase determines the displacement of the wave at any position, at any instant of time. The phi is the phase available at x equal to 0 and t equals to 0. So that phi will give you the initial phase difference or initial phase of that wave. By taking its suitable choice of origin point onto the x-axis at initial time t equal to 0, we can make phi equal to 0. Now let us understand wavelength and angular wave number. So here the minimum distance between 2 points which is having the same phase is called the wavelength, which is denoted as lambda. So here the wavelength is the distance between two consecutive crests or throughs in a wave. Phi equal to 0, if we are substituting in the previous equation, and at initial time t equals to 0 if we are taking, so that equation can be rewrite. That equation was yx comma t a sine kx minus omega t plus phi. In that equation, substitute t equal to 0, its initial time, and take initial phase phi equal to 0. So we are getting that equation y x comma 0 equal to a sine kx. Here this sine function will repeat after every 2 pi change in angle. So that sine kx can be rewrite in form of sine kx plus 2n pi. Let us take k common. So sine k in bracket x plus 2 pi n k by k. So this is the displacement at points x and x plus 2n pi by k. That is the least distance between the points with the same displacement at any instant of time. By taking n equal to 1, then lambda equal to 2 pi by k or k equal to 2 pi by lambda. This k will give you the angular wave number or propagation constant having its unit radian per meter. Now let us understand period, angular frequency and frequency. So here we are having a wave which is represented in terms of y and x. This element is available of a spring at a fixed location which oscillates in time with the amplitude a and within a time period t. So here the wave is passing over it along the x direction. Here we are taking initial phase phi equal to 0 and monitor the motion of the wave at x equal to 0 position. So now the equation we are having y x comma t a sine kx minus omega t plus phi. Here we are considering at origin point x equal to 0, the reference point, and take initial phase equal to 0. So substitute x equal to 0 and phi equal to 0. So then that equation can be rewrite in form of y 0 comma t equal to a sine minus omega t. That will give you minus a sine omega t. Here again this particular sine function will repeat after time period t. So we can rewrite that function minus a sine omega t equal to minus a sine omega t plus capital T. Take the omega in between in the bracket, so that can be defined as minus a sine omega t plus omega capital T. And this omega into capital T, which is nothing but a time period defined in a radian 2 pi, that after 2 pi cycle the sine function will get repeated. So here omega t equal to 2 pi, so omega equal to 2 pi by t, and linear frequency v equal to 1 upon capital T time period will give you the function omega divided by 2 pi. So here this reference made to a wave traveling along a string or a transverse wave. Now, in a longitudinal wave, the displacement of an element of the medium that is in parallel to the direction of propagation of waves. So that wave can be defined in terms of s, the displacement, instead of y, the motion in the y direction. So y of x comma t can be rewrite in form of s in bracket x comma t. So s x comma t, that can be a sine kx minus omega t plus phi. This s x comma t will give you the displacement of an angle of the medium in the direction of propagation of wave at x position and time t. A, that is the displacement amplitude. So here that's displacement function y x comma t will replaced by s x comma t. Right? Now let us go through the example for the same. A wave traveling along a string which is described by y x comma t equal to 0.005 sine 80x minus 3t, in which the numerical constant are in SI units 0.005 meter, 80 that is a radian per meter, and 3 that is radian per second. Calculate its amplitude, wavelength, and the period and frequency of that wave. Also calculate the displacement y of the wave at a distance x equal to 30 centimeter and time t equal to 20 seconds. So here we are having that function y x comma t a sine kx minus omega t. By comparing that equation with the given equation, we can define that a equal to 0.005 minute. So here we are having that amplitude of wave, that is 0.005 meter. So rewrite that function having a 5 millimeter amplitude of wave. The angular number we are having k, and angular frequency which is omega. So here angular number k, that we are having 80 per radian, 80 radian per meter, and omega we are having, that is a 3 radian per second. So here we are having a lambda, that lambda equal to 2 pi by k. So 2 pi by k, by substituting that value 80 radian per meter, we are having wavelength 7.85 centimeter. Now let us calculate. So wavelength has been calculated, amplitude is defined 5 millimeter, wavelength we are having 7.85 centimeter. Now the third thing we need to calculate, it's a time period and frequency. So time period we are having t equal to 2 pi by omega. So omega we are having, it's given 3 radian per second. By substituting that value 2 pi by 3, that we are having 2.09 second. That is the time period. Now 1 upon that time period will give you the frequency. So 1 upon 2.09 will give you 0.48 hertz. Here the displacement that we need to calculate y at x equal to 30 centimeter and time t equal to 20 second. So that substituting the value in the given equation, that 0.005 meter sine kx minus omega t. So here the k is given, omega is given, x 30 centimeter is given, t 20 second is given. Substituting those values, we are having the y displacement that will be about 5 millimeter. Right? Here we are going to end the session. Hope you understood. Thank you.